Yo, welcome back, growth fans. Welcome back to Growth Unscripted, where we don't hold back, we keep it real, and we dig into conversations most people are too scared to have. I'm your host, Devontae, and and also over here I have my wonderful co-host, Retta. Retta, how you doing?
I am well. I am your host, Retta Rose.
And she likes to be a little flashy and stuff, just so y'all know. She's bougie, but she's great bougie, though.
I'm extra,
you'll love her.
little extra, Cali extra, because I'm from Cali.
Shout out to Cali. Actually, real quick, before we dive into everything, I actually wanted to ask, too. So, with Cali, right? Mm-hmm. So, I know, it's been well known as, one of the most expensive places to live. Mm-hmm. So, what was the reason why you left Cali? Was it because it was really expensive or, some other things that came in the way that kind of, why you wanted to leave?
Okay, so it was a mix of things. The cost of living is very expensive in California. But at the same time, my reason for leaving is because I actually met someone that was here from the South.
Oh.
And we ended up getting married and stuff like that. So that
lovers and friends.
Oh, but I miss home. But I wouldn't go back home. I couldn't live back home today.
No, it's too damn expensive now.
Oh hell yeah,
Amplified 3 times over.
I want to say that California is actually giving New York a run for its money right now as far as the price of living.
You know what? Literally, so me and my girlfriend was in New York. We was on a little getaway last month sometime, and literally, right? I didn't realize this till I started looking back at my bank statement. But then the day, I spent almost damn near $120, $130 in food. Mm-hmm. And then don't even try to get an Uber. You get an Uber in New York, you already spending $50.
Oh my gosh.
Already. And I'm thinking a cab would be cheaper. I'm over here forget though, when you're stuck in traffic with a cab, that money, I see the dollar sign still going up.
What? It's still, yeah. Yeah,
it got to $62. I'm like, all right.
It does not stop for the red light. No, it doesn't.
No, and I'm like, bro, I'm over here thinking to myself, can traffic go a little faster? Because this dollar sign is climbing. I think it's going to hit 100 before we even get to our destination.
Yo, when it comes to New York, okay, I've been to New York one time. I was taken by my ex-husband to New York one time, and we paid $300 and something for the cheapest room we could find. That was the cheapest, and it was $300 and something. We could not use the swimming pool. We were told we have no access to the swimming pool. And when we got to our room, it was facing the alley. $300. They don't play with you. They don't play. And you get food, they weigh it.
Wait, they weigh your food?
They sure did. So I went downstairs to the deli to get, it was a fruit salad.
Uh-huh.
And just a little sandwich. Yeah, they put it on the scale. I was like, they are not even kidding out here.
You know what? All right, y'all, listen. When y'all get ready to give us a rating and stuff on the podcast, definitely leave below in the comment section of if y'all had this type of experience. And also tell us your experience, because I'll definitely love it.
Because New York is no joke.
It is, and that's really ridiculous. I ain't going to lie to you.
You know what I saw, though?
What?
So we went to that Toys R Us. I want to say it's 3 stories.
Uh-huh.
Somebody left their baby. Right there in the stroller.
Nani?
I'm not even kidding you. The baby was sitting there in the stroller, and I was sitting there looking. I'm like, where's that baby's mom? Baby was just sitting there, just chilling for, I stayed with it for about 10 minutes. His mom eventually came back. But she left him on the second floor while she walked that store.
Okay.
That I was you know what, these New Yorkers?
New York is not a real place.
I was like, yo.
I seen some things even in New York. I'll tell you this, on our first day, right, we stayed at a hotel, right? It was a decent, nice hotel. So we met up with some friends, and we went outside for the car to come around, right? Mm-hmm. So tell me why, while we was waiting for the car, there actually was a whole lady taking a shit right there in front, right in front of everybody on the other side of the street.
Yo, the morals, sometimes...
Ass cheeks out, everything.
Oh, well, if we...
Full mooning.
If we want to talk about that, I'm big and freaking pregnant, and we're standing at the stoplight, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm standing there. My kid's father is standing there, and I had my son with me at the time. Yo, as we're waiting on the light to change, somebody took their hand and groped all up in my butt. Just took their whole hand, was just all up in it. And I was like, wait a minute. You wait. Do you know nobody... Everybody stayed and looked at the light. I'm sitting here going all the way off like one of you guys are freaking perverts. No acknowledgement.
Yo.
I was like,
Oh God.
and it was making me look crazy because I was literally going off like somebody took their hand and really went up in my stuff, and I was like, you mother, and I was.
So, but then when nobody responded, you think, did they really put their finger in my ass?
Definitely did. I told my kid's father, I was like, he was looking at me, he was like, what is wrong with you? Somebody just groped my entire ass and don't nobody want to say nothing. They're just sitting there.
Oh, see, for me, I'll just start punching everybody till somebody admitted
Come on.
it.
Sure in the hell I was so
Listen,
pissed.
if one of y'all be quiet, all y'all getting it, okay? You know how you say when you was younger, you know, when you have siblings, like one of y'all mess up, all y'all mess up?
Oh my gosh, don't
See,
start that.
Everybody getting it because that's crazy. I've seen some crazy stuff, but I didn't know they could be to that level of craziness.
Oh yeah.
And then we went to this vegan restaurant, right? And she was parking. There was this kid walking down the sidewalk, right? He was walking down the sidewalk, like he was just looking back and stuff, like nobody's looking. Like he was just trying to make sure nobody sees him, right? Tell me why this kid walks up to this dude's truck and starts pissing on the truck, and then after he finished pissing, he just goes ahead on about his business.
You know, I'm gonna just say it like this, because today's kids are on some otherness. My friend's son came home, and mind you, he's only 11 years old, and told his mother, I'm pansexual.
How do you even know what that is yet?
They're teaching it in the schools. As a matter of fact, Chesterfield is also fighting to start teaching this. They're teaching in the schools what pansexual is, same-sex marriage is. Like, they're teaching this. And his mother said the exact same thing to him. She was like, you don't even know what that is. Like, what are you talking about? You're pansexual. He gave her the definition down to a T. I am attracted to both. I am attracted to spirit, not physical. I am attracted. Like, he broke that thing down to her, and she was like, are you serious right now? Yo, that's what they're teaching. I had to ask my kid, like, yo, what they teaching you in school, yo? I got a middle schooler. I'm like, what they teaching? Have they taught you some stuff? And he was like, well, we're not talking on that level like that, Mom. But, I mean, they give us some things. Nah. I don't know. I'm a little concerned about the education system. That's going to be straight up honest. Yeah.
I'll admit the education system has definitely gone down rock bottom. Because here's the thing, right? I have no issues at all if you're trans woman, trans man. Like, I have no issues with that. What I have an issue is when you classify yourself as one thing when you know you're not. So, for example, if I tell you, Retta, I'm a woman, like, no, you're a man. And it's like, what makes you think that? Because you have a penis. I have a vagina, so I am a woman while you are a man. Now, if you want to classify yourself as if you want to classify yourself as a trans, that means you have to have the surgery in my eyes before you even classify as that. But still, it's just the whole point, though. Say trans woman or trans man. Don't just say you're a woman or a man, because you're not.
Well, you know, right now when it comes to that is an extremely touchy thing right now. People
it is
with
touchy.
These pronouns and what they want to be addressed as. If you want to say you're a female, you know what I mean? You remember when we were sitting down there at Birdie's Cafe and that dude was 6 feet tall in them heels? I was like, yeah, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do, that's fine.
I have no problem with that. I think where I start to draw the line with this whole thing is when you start talking about I'm a cat.
Oh, there's a grown-ass man out there actually saw
I'm a dog.
He classified himself as a baby.
Yeah, see, no. That type of stuff right there, that's when I start to kick realism into your face. Like, as far as the man-woman thing, whatever. But when you start going outside of that...
Yeah,
I'm going to have to throw some hot water in your face. I'm going to have to wake you up on some reality. You're not no damn animal. Hell, I identify as rich and I'm still broke. The hell?
You're not wrong, though. I mean, that's good. I classify myself as a trillionaire, so where my money at?
Come on. Prisoners could classify themselves as free, but they're still in jail. Okay, we need to stop with this. Some people need some realizations when it comes to what they want to identify as, these pronouns, like, because people are really having the audacity to get offended. I seen a video. This mother had the audacity to get pissed off because the school wouldn't cater to her son because he identifies as a cat. And he's in the back of the class licking his ass. Like, look, ain't nobody got time for that. Your son's got to go.
Y'all wonder why aliens don't want to come over here.
Shit, they're here.
Yeah, but they ain't showing themselves now. Like, nah, y'all be on some foolishness now.
Hold on. They showed up in the motherfucking Miami Mall.
Oh, well, yeah, they did show up at the mall. Actually, there's actually a dude who actually ended up going missing. Cause he explained his encounter to a detail, and then after the whole thing, I think like a month or whatever or something later, he goes strangely missing, and then they had a whole meeting about it at the Senate, I believe, or Congress, and they classify him as an enemy of the state.
Oh yeah, you can. That's why you have to be very, very careful what you divulge. That's just like that gentleman that caught that giant.
Oh, you talking about the
He caught that giant on that mountain, and he got footage.
Oh, of it walking, yeah, and then from a distance.
Yeah. They took him out. They took him out for that footage. They kidnapped him first. They tried to make him go on camera and say that the footage was fake. He did that. Nobody believed him. They took him out of here. You have to be very careful. That's why we use words like alleged, because like you can't people. The information that people know is dangerous. Like, it's real shit out here.
That is very true. All right, I'm sorry. We see,
we are all the way off topic. Like, but
I know today we're actually supposed to be talking about Black wealth. Mm-hmm. Well, that's one thing I love about Growth Unscripted, because we go off script.
Like, really?
And so honestly, we probably just talk about really what comes to our hearts for that day, to be honest with you too. So just to give y'all a heads up. But I actually want to first get into it though, right? So about Black wealth, right? Mm-hmm. That's something that, that everybody from the Black community, I believe, should be striving for sure. Some people don't know what Black wealth is. And then for those who do know what Black wealth is, I think that most people don't really tend to put in the heart. Some people, I don't say most, some people either don't know where to navigate or don't know how to start a business when it comes to dealing with Black wealth. Because for those who don't know, Black wealth is really what it sounds like, Black wealth.
Right. Black
people who are wealthy, rich, and who have a standard of a lifestyle. And I know as well that, when you think back, actually I think about it, right? When you think back on looking at like certain kid movies growing up, right? Mm-hmm. You know how they always talk about how like the rich are evil, and have like certain movies where like, somebody's trying to destroy land or destroy something. They're like, no, but this is for the community. We got to keep for the community and stuff. Mm-hmm. But, the thing is that the moral of the story is just the whole point that, you're trying to have something that's memorable to the community. Mm-hmm. So my thing with that is, if you're going to have something memorable to the community, if you want to protect it, then let's go a little bit deeper than that. Let's actually talk about then that why, like, let's talk about the actual part for Black people. Because let's be honest, there's not tons and tons of Black movies out there that's regarding us. At least none that we can all think of top of our head, except for Black Panther, really. And then you have other ones too, like what's the one with Denzel Washington?
I cannot think of it off the top of my head.
I know you have Pursuit of Happiness. You have that one. I can't think of it. It's gonna come to me later.
I mean, I just say it like this. I feel in our community, entrepreneurship is a big thing that we need to work on. Being more entrepreneurial, teaching our kids to be entrepreneurial. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. As far as wealth, that can be built, but it's all in how you build it. And if you know the ins and outs of some things, it does not have to be like extremely difficult, but in some degrees it can be. Mm-hmm. To some degrees it can be, but if we just learn how to just teach what we know, because I teach my children. I'm an entrepreneur myself, but I'm one of those entrepreneurs that have so many talents I don't know where to start.
Right.
So you don't end up starting.
Or you get confused.
Right. You're stuck in that area. But like, in the words of Tyler Perry, and I mean, don't get me wrong, not promoting, but he did say something that did stick with me, and that was, It doesn't matter. If you're a person of many talents, pick one. Just pick one. It'll make room for the others.
I can respect that. I can respect that. And that's the thing too, right? Because I know a lot of people who have good talents, but they don't utilize their talents on terms of like to the level of like they want to make a business out of it or something.
How hungry
Now,
are you?
I get it. Like, yeah, you say it's a hobby and stuff. Well, I get it's a hobby, but let's be real quick. In today's age in society, we have now AI. You have automated systems. There are going to be a lot of things going to be put out of a job for people, and also as well, it's not like things are getting cheaper; it's getting more expensive. So, when you look at it, that you also got to look at it this: okay, is my job providing me enough that I need in order for me to be able to, sustain my lifestyle? No,
Of course not.
it's
So
not.
this is what I say. This is why if you work a regular 9 to 5, that's good. But it is very important to create another lane of income. Okay, like
Yep.
just having depending on one bank account, one stream of income, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah, especially if you have kids, because
Right. You have to have a nest egg. So it's not saying work 2 jobs. No one's telling you to do that. But if you have creativity in you or, you can create your other lane of income, which could possibly eventually replace your 9 to 5.
yeah. But the thing with that is that some people lack the passion behind that,
Uh-huh.
and then they get so consumed into today's reality, they get more consumed about other people's lifestyles than their own. So, like, you worry about Kim Kardashian, you worry about what's Kim and her sisters, what they all gonna be talking about for the day, or watching next Kardashian show that's coming out, or even watching Love and Hip Hop and all that stuff. Like, all these people already got their bread. They already got millions and millions of dollars. They could,
Entertaining you.
yeah. So they doing that entertaining you, which then also giving them more money. Right. So in their meantime, while they're talking and carrying on, showing their day-to-day lifestyle, they are making money off of that.
And we're not going to talk about how the majority of us are just addicted to scrolling. You know what I mean? When it comes to the social platforms, Instagram, we're addicted to scrolling. So instead of actually being productive with the day, as we are like right now, but like 90% of that time, like we don't want to be bothered, dude. Give me my phone, give me my free social media or my games or whatever I like to do. And we like to be distracted like that.
Yeah, actually, you know what? That actually brought me to a good thing. You actually said that. So actually, one of the questions I actually wrote down is that, let's see, what is it? Why? Oh, so actually when we were on the topic, when I actually wrote down why you think most people don't want to be entrepreneurs. And I think one of the biggest reasons why most people don't want to be entrepreneurs is because they don't see things as assets, they see things as liabilities. So when, for example, right, you can be all driving out, enjoying ourselves, right? Mm-hmm. I might see a for sale sign on a home that looks beat down and stuff. Mm-hmm. In your eyes, you just see it's a beat down home, it's for sale. But in my eyes, I see it's a beat down house. But now it's like, okay, if it's a beat down house, I have an opportunity to get this home, build it, refine, and I can then also as well set it up for Airbnb. Like once I clean it up and everything.
Right.
Now I'm looking at this as an asset now. It's an asset approach. So when you're talking about, like, for example, that's something that should be looked at as an asset. Another thing, you have somebody who has a car and all it does is sit in the garage all day. Mm-hmm. If you have a family member or even you, let's say you have another car that's been sitting in the garage all day, but there's nothing, you're not doing nothing with it, so it's just gathering space. Well, how about you looking to point that on Turo? Clean it out, get a tracker, set it on there, get a kill switch. Once you get those two things together, get a Turo account, take pictures, and post it on Turo for it to make you money.
You said something, and that was really important, which is like they lack motivation or like passion. Mm-hmm. See, for a lot of people, what happens, it's a mind frame thing. When you just said what you said, it just kind of, you said now that as an asset. Now I see that as an asset. See, it's really how you program your brain for entrepreneurship, because a lot of people, that what they do is they lose the love for it because it starts to feel like work. Once the orders start coming in, once the demand for with your product starts coming in or whatever it is you're doing, it no longer feels like a passion anymore. Now it feels like work. You could say that for a person that does baking, candy making, or if they work with their hands. It's fun at first, you know what I mean, to be creative and to make your things and to put your work out there. But once your work becomes in demand, people want this. I want this. Can you make this? Can you do this cake? And now you have to make 4 or 5 versions of the same cake. It's orders.
Mm-hmm.
That starts to take the fun out of it for you.
Right, because at that point you're starting to lose passion in it now.
Right. So what you used to do as hobby, what you used to do as creative outlet, that you had fun for, it's no longer fun now. And this is where you have to do a mind switch as an entrepreneur. You have to, because you have to have the hunger and the drive all the way through in order to be successful.
Right.
So even in the midst of demand, even in the midst of orders, you have that same passion that you had in the beginning, that same hunger, excitement, you have to keep that. And that can be hard for many.
Yeah, what's point is too is consistency. Because if you lack consistency in something, which consistency means to stay consistent at one thing over and over and over until you get it, until you perfect it, I mean, it's going to be hard. And nobody said entrepreneurship is easy. It's just that when you work in a job, it's hard.
I was about
doing
to say,
entrepreneurship,
you have to pick your hard.
It's hard. Yeah, so you got to pick your hard. You got to pick what's the hard that you can deal with the longest. But the difference is, I can tell you now, was that one hardest could possibly lead you to wealth building and also wealth generation long term for you and your children, while one is not. You worried about a 401k. Well, let me tell you something about the 401k. The 401k is not going to literally help you out long term, because if the market were to crash tomorrow, your 401k is fucked. You are not going to be able to get access to your 401k.
That just happened with Chase Bank not too long ago. Everybody lost their money.
Yeah. And then they also too had the whole, they call it the Chase Bank glitch, where you get your check, right, and you write down as much as you want on the check to yourself. And what it is through the ATMs is that the ATM will give you the money for the check is actually processed. And people have gotten like 100 million, 2 million, and I even saw a dude had like 500 million. And the thing is that they got this money, right? But then once the whole glitch thing,
jail, right?
Oh yeah.
About to say, I'm getting the hell.
People show pictures of their bank accounts. They had one dude had a negative $100 million in his bank account, and the police are looking for these people. So, like, you jumped on something that was a get rich quick, which I get rich quick.
That was smart as hell, though. Like,
it's smart.
Yourself a check, like.
Yeah, but the thing is, though. I mean, of course, I ain't supporting this, but the thing is, though, but it's just the whole point that if you're going to do it, you got to do it right. There's a process to these things that you probably go look up to doing how to do it the right way if you don't want to get caught. Now, there are probably some people who got the money and they didn't really have no reason. They probably went out of the country and probably now created a whole life somewhere else where they can't be touched. So that can also be a thing.
So wait, once they get this money, it can't be taken from them.
The money they take the money back out of your checkers account. So even though let's just say you withdrawed, let's just say 500K. Let's just say that you withdrawed 500K cash. Mm-hmm. So either way, they're going to get their full amount back regardless. But the thing is, though, is that you still have cold hard cash of 500K. Why? But I mean, it don't matter if you're getting, they're seeking you out.
That's a tempting one.
I ain't gonna lie, it's very tempting, especially in this day and age in the economy. I understand, but the thing is, though, it's the repercussions behind it. If you told me, hey, there's a way for something like that to happen, and I can't get caught, then maybe we could talk about that.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a good black market, but like again, no cosign.
Yeah, even though the banks don't follow their own damn rules, though, cause just so y'all know, they play with your money in the stock market. Just so y'all know, because. Yes, so like even let's say you have $500. Let's say $500 in your bank account. Let's just say that the bank will actually use that $500, throw in the stock market, 10x that money, if not 100x it, and then they just give you back your money back into the bank, to yours. So they play with your money in the stock market. Just so y'all know, for those who don't know, who's not aware about that.
They do.
And also as well, I'm gonna talk about this on a different episode, but I actually did want to get a little bit into like the bank fraudulent, the banks how they're being fraudulent for people's homes, because somebody close to me, they actually been going through this for the last 8 years. To how there was a bank that they had got a loan, they had gotten a regular homeowner's loan for, right, for the mortgage, right, and so that bank went out of business. So when that bank went out of business, that mortgage that was tied to that bank disappeared. But what it is that was a sister bank to the main bank, which the main bank was Bank of America, I believe. And so the thing is though, when they called and talked to the bank, Bank of America, they said they do not see no mortgage with them on there. But there's collection agencies out here who are trying to collect on that debt that's no longer there. So they've been having issues for the last 7 some years where they've been fighting to keep their house because the debt collectors and other investors that's all within this mix is all trying to foreclose their home so they can get that equity out of their home. But they've been stopping it every single time though.
See, that's a lot.
Yeah, and this is not just one thing. This happens to millions of people. Millions of people. Just some people don't know how to fight it or how to go about it. But
It's hard to fight things like that. It really is. See, when people do stuff like that, they know what they're doing.
no, they don't. And if you don't know your own due diligence about the law, then you can get pretty much screwed over too. Because there was like they were looking at some documents because they even got some documents sent to them which had their signatures on it when they never signed nothing. And today's age, not that hard to do now. I can literally create a whole document saying that you foreclosed on a home and have your signature on it, but that doesn't mean you ever signed it.
Right. That's how they do. That's why you have to thoroughly check everything, because just like people that tell you, well, I have a home, but I'm out of town. You know what I mean? I'm going to be out of town and I'm in a third world country and I'm going to send you the key in the mail. Do not fall for those things, please. Please, please, and please. Okay? It's a scam. It's an entire scam. They will reach out to you. They will get all of your information. They will make you promises. And as long as they have you in the process, they will answer your calls. You can call that number that they gave you as many times as you need to. Now, once they're done scamming you, you no longer have access to that number. You can call that number 1,000 times. They're not going to pick it up. Okay? So you have to be careful, because when these people do things like this, trust me, you're not the first victim that they've done it to. Okay? They've perfected their craft over time. So we have to be careful with things like that. I almost became a victim of something like that. That's why I was just like speaking on that, because like I was trying to move. And when you're in a situation where you're trying to move and you're trying to find somewhere to go and like every opportunity looks golden until you find out it's not.
And then next thing you know, before you realize, it's too late.
Right. You might invest money thinking that this is going to, get you in this door, or you know what I mean? And people will do that to you. And it's a whole scam. It's a whole scam. I actually had a friend that actually went through with the whole key in the mail thing. And yeah, what happens 2 months in? The owners come knocking at the door. You got to leave. What are you doing here? We did not sell this property. They have no clue. They've been out of town. They've been somewhere else. They have no clue that somebody else came in, did something with the house.
Acted as them.
Right. They were it was on TV where they were telling you about this particular type of scam, because you have to be also careful, because when that happens, you are totally out.
Dang. Be careful, people.
You are totally out when that happens. Like, you have no leg to stand on legally. And being that you did things over the internet.
Yeah, and that's already sketch too, because everything is all over the internet. There's no face-to-face encounter.
Do not fill out any forms. They're going to email you forms and things like that. They're going to want your signature. Like I said, don't do those things. That is a whole scam. And you're going to end up with the short end of the stick at the end. I promise. Okay? And nowhere to stay. So it behooves you to do your due diligence when it comes to stuff like that. That's why even on Facebook, they always say they have affordable housing pages and stuff like that. No, they don't. all scam. So you just have to be very careful what source you go through. I would say go through Zillow. You know what I mean? Go through Zillow or
Apartments.com or
yeah,
Redfin,
like that.
Redfin.com.
Make sure you have a paper trail for where you're going, okay? Because I promise you, a key in the mail, you're homeless.
Speaking of scams and stuff too. So for the people out there who wants to think that there's a get rich quick type of scheme, there isn't.
I was about to say, I'll commit a little fraud if I don't get caught. Like, we just got to do it for...
they do it to us, but it's wrong for us to do it to them, though, right? It's funny, but...
I need a little magic trick with money right now.
Huzzah, I'm rich now. But
Scam.
I wanted to say, though, for people who think that get rich quick is a thing, it's not, because if it is something you get or come across, don't believe it. So I've done multi-level marketing before, and they said multi-level marketing is a scam. It's a scam to a degree. But I say all of it is really a scam because, yes, you have one person at the very top, and then, they have different levels and stuff. But the thing is, though, when you're putting in the work and stuff, and you're getting sales and stuff, you do rise above the ranks. You get paid from it. Mm-hmm. So it's not really a scam. It just, yes, there's a person making money at the top, but the same thing for a job. Person's making money at the top. The main CEO, marketing directors, etc., they're getting 6 figures while you're still only getting 3 to 4 figures. And so, like, the whole thing is that it's hard. I get it. I get it that entrepreneurship seems like a lot of work, but you working is also a lot of work. But the thing is just that I always say find something that's gonna make you at least an extra side income over time. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're a person who live alone, you're a person who don't really care about nobody else really but yourself. Well, still have some type of extra income coming in. You can even make money while even showing your face, none whatsoever. Mm-hmm. That's why they got clipper videos that you can do on TikTok. You do Instagram. You do clipper videos.
Because it's as simple as pick your heart. Okay, paying rent, paying bills, paying car notes is hard, but so is being homeless, walking, and asking for rides. That's hard.
It is very hard, and I never been homeless, but there was a time where, this was a long time ago, I was in this network marketing company, and like I was coming from Arizona, and I took a bus to Arizona from Virginia. It was like 36 hours. It was crazy. It was It was Greyhound by day, Freakhound by night. Don't ask me what happened. There's some things that just happened. But Greyhound. Yes. And so I'm on the way back. I stayed in DC. I had to stay in DC because the other bus was coming really late. It wasn't gonna be there until like around 9 or 10 in the morning, and we got there around like 9 o'clock at night, 9 or 10 o'clock at night. So for literally a whole span of almost damn near 10 hours or whatever, I had to sit there inside this cubicle for other people waiting for the bus, right? Mm-hmm. And I never felt so homeless a day in my life, because even though I know I wasn't necessarily sleeping outside, because it was in like a little building thing they had, but it was just a point of like what I seen. Like there was this one dude staring at this lady, staring at this chick, and she was definitely way younger. She probably like maybe 16, 17, but this dude like a grown ass man staring at her, and she asked him, "Why are you staring at me?" and stuff. He being weird. I'm over here minding my business. There's a dude that was beside me. He told me he had to go to the bathroom. Can you save my seat? I like, listen, I can't make no promises. I will do my best. So he gets up. Another dude comes. I said, "Hey, this dude this seat was already taken." He's like, "So?" Like, okay. So a dude comes back. He looks at me like, "Why you save my seat?" Like, listen, I told him, what you want me to do? So then those two start getting at it, being argumentative. And then also it's hella cold outside as well. So, and I didn't want to stay there the entire night. I just wanted to go home. So I was trying to call my friends. They were all asleep and stuff. And so like it was just a bad case. I never wanted to ride the bus ever again, because I never experience something like that. But also, it's just really the point of, not saying, of course, that's full-blown experience of being homeless, but to me, that's at least felt like a very small taste. If I was, let's say I was sleeping there for the whole night, it'll be something like that for that experience. So the thing is, though, is that if y'all ever want to know, like, what can you do to actually, like, get into starting a business and stuff, and we don't know where to start, first, I will say this. first, what you need to do is you need to find a niche that you like or that you like to do. If you want to get into credit repair, get a credit repair mentor. If you want to get into Airbnbs, get an Airbnb mentor. If you want to get into podcasting, get you a podcast mentor. Like, you have to get you a mentor who has accountability, credibility, and who's able to be there with you throughout the entire ride. Because the thing is about mentors, they're able to help you out through the entire process because they already been there before. So they can give you the do's and the don'ts. And also, as well, they have a whole community that's backing behind them that you can also be a part of. That way you could pick people's brains and stuff too, as well. What are you gonna say?
Go ahead.
Okay. Also, as well, when you get a mentor, right? Listen to your mentor. Be coachable. Be teachable. If you're a person who think they're a know-it-all and you want to learn everything by yourself, then you know what? I'll promise you this: you're not gonna get very far, or at least you're not gonna get far in the right speed you want to be, because it's gonna take you a lot longer. Can you learn things from YouTube University? By all means, yes, you can.
I've learned many things.
Yeah, and you can still learn from YouTube University, because I learned things from YouTube University. But I still took it upon myself though to get me a mentor. Shout out to Brendan. But the thing is though is that he was able to give me access and give me knowledge about certain things on how to make money in podcasting before I even started podcasting. So like, there's multiple ways to make money. I definitely, and honestly too, when it comes to Black communities, I want to talk about this. I personally, we need to start circulating our own money within the Black communities, and also to Black businesses.
Can I piggyback on what you were just saying about entrepreneurship?
Yes.
I just want to include in that, if not pick your niche, like he said, pick your niche, get you a mentor. But one of the biggest things is consistency. Okay, because they're not going to start off with a bang. You might not see money right away. You might not see any payoff right away.
Correct.
But when it comes to entrepreneurship, it is very important, no matter what you see, that you show up for yourself. Okay? No matter what you see, the same way you will go into a 9-to-5 job, motivated, unmotivated, wanting to be there, not wanting to be there, this is the same determination that you have to have for yourself. Even if you don't want to get up out the bed, get up. Even if you're not feeling exactly motivated that morning to do it, you have to motivate yourself, because in entrepreneurship, you're going to have to work 10 times harder for yourself. You're going to have to show up 10 times harder for yourself than just going to a regular 9-to-5 and earning that paycheck. So you have to stay hungry, and just know that it takes, the last thing to grow on the tree is the fruit, okay? And that's going to keep it simple.
And speaking of fruit too, I just want y'all to know this. Nobody gives a fuck who you are.
Oh, gosh.
I'm gonna be real with you. Nobody gives a fuck who you are. They just care about what value can you provide for them. Because when it comes down to it, just like you were talking about earlier, you talk about scrolling, right? When we're looking at something, we're scrolling, we probably give maybe 5-10 seconds, if that. And so, if it's not something that's going to capture your attention within the first 5 to 10 seconds, you're not going to stay there longer, right?
Short attention span.
So when you're scrolling, right, think about it from a regular person perspective. If that person's not adding no value, they say, "Hey, my name is swipe." "Hey, my name is John. I'm 23." Of swipe.
Swipe.
No, we're not. They don't care who you are. They care about what you have to provide. These are the 5 tips to help you lose weight, or these are the 5 tips that we should do when you're not broke. These are there's value that they care about more than what it is, because there's something for everybody out here. I feel like that there's a voice that you have within yourself that you can carry, that you can give out to somebody else that's willing and waiting for you. So when you're out here just just carrying on regular day-to-day life, and you just going through the motion of things, just know that there's somebody out there probably waiting for your voice. It doesn't matter they heard it from another person multiple times. Because weirdly enough, I've been told certain things like multiple times, right? But it never really clicked to me until I heard it from one individual. I'm not sure why. It could be the vibe. It could be the frequency of the level where I'm feeling from that person. But it's just the whole point, though, that I was actually able to pick up on it because I heard it from this certain individual.
It's because when that happens, it's because they have a relatable spirit. They're coming from a place that you can relate from. Mm-hmm. They've been through it. You can hear it. You can see the authenticity. You can feel it. You know that they can relate to what you've gone through. And that's a big thing. That's a big thing. You have to, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And also as well that we have AI now. So like you can literally create your whole content plan using AI. There's multiple ways to do it.
I can give you a quick one.
Well, what's one?
Instagram. Real quick. You don't even have to show your face on Instagram. All you have to do is get the AI platform, pick a niche. If you want to be a motivator, somebody that's all, uploads motivation videos, or if you want to be the zodiac predictor that, predicts who's the most angry, who's the sexiest zodiac and those things.
Virgo's the sexiest, what I'm saying. But go ahead.
No, that's Gemini. But
Two-Face, okay.
Just a couple of examples of just being faceless and letting AI pick some videos for you or create some reels for you that can get you followers. And as your views and follows increase, you can get paid for those things. So that's just one quick one.
Yeah. And so like you can easily, there's multiple ways to make money. It's just you got to pick what it is. And then if you don't know where to start from or you're a jack of all trades, you do have multiple things, well, just pick one and rock with it. Now, what I always tell people though, because a lot of people, they tend to focus more on being perfect. There's no point you focus on being perfect because nobody don't know who you are right now. So right. Just create the content, make it decent enough, and just go with it. If you need help with video editing, guess what? There's websites out here to help you with video editing. You got Fiverr, you got Upwork. They can help you with video editing. If you need help as well with getting like reels and stuff created, you got freelancer.com, Fiverr. Like you have so many different possibilities now how you can make money and what you can do to outsource your content for it to be made for you is crazy now. And like you just gotta sit down and then just talk to yourself. What it really comes down to first is what is your reason why you want to start this anyway? Is it because you want to make a little bit extra money? Is it because you will have a family, you want to support them? Like a lot of people go through day-to-day life with kids and they never want to set their kids up for good health and good wealth. Like they stuck them with debt. And not saying, of course, you being a shitty parent, of course, or anything like that, but just that you got to take the initiative as the adult to make money. There's a whole 14-year-old girl making $5 million a year.
Oh, we're not going to talk about this. We have people unboxing toys and making more money than I make on my job.
Ryan, my little brother loves Ryan. All he does is unbox toys and plays with them.
And you mean millions of views. My kids showed me. I was like, are you guys serious? YouTube. Millions of views for kids just playing with toys and this is Dr. McStuffins and all this. Like, yeah.
So it's like, bro, like if you can't go out here and make some shit shake, honestly, that's all on you. If you want to be a lazy ass, be a lazy ass.
Throw shit against the wall and see what sticks.
Right. And also as well, for the people who's in a toxic environment, because I also grew up in a toxic environment, do not associate yourself with those people and don't tell those people about your plans either. Because those people will wish shame upon you and also put negativity into your spirit, into your life, and make sure that you do not win. Mm-hmm. So I always say move in silence if you have to. Find another group of individuals that you can hang around where you don't feel so drained and you feel like that you can actually bounce ideas off of if you need to. And I ain't talking about the ones that bounce off ideas of and they just want to be like, people who speak about it but don't do it. No, I need you to talk to people that's only going to do it and also want to put action behind what they're doing. Right. Okay?
Yes.
So, Retta, dang. I wish I had more time. I want to go all day on this thing. But, Retta, is there any other closing remarks that you want to talk about or anything you want to say?
As you guys heard, building wealth is important, especially in this day and age. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, show up for yourself. Period. Okay, do not cop out on yourself. Do not sleep on yourself. Do not stay in the bed. Get up and show up for yourself, and be hungry. Stay hungry. That's what I want to say.
And if you're hungry, go ahead and order you some Uber Eats right now.
Ooh, I got some Chipotle in the car. Oh, no, Qdoba.
Oh, see, you lucky. So I say, give me some food. I'm hungry
Oh,
myself.
God.
But if I could leave out with anything, I just want to say, listen.
Did you hear my stomach?
I heard your stomach. I heard it like, ooh.
My stomach.
But I just want to say though, for me to say this to end this off, I want y'all to be great. I want y'all to be successful. And I'm not saying you have to go out here and build a $6 million business or anything. Let's do something that's actually give you an extra $4,000 or $5,000 a month. And that you can leave it at that. And that's it. At least that way, at least you have some extra money coming in outside from your job. Okay. Because I don't want y'all to struggle. I want y'all to win. I want y'all to be happy. I want y'all to be successful. And also just that, be mindful who you do speak about your goals and stuff with, because some people will deter you. And the craziest thing is that people closest that came, well, for me, the closest people to me were the ones who deterred me the most. So like, you have to be very careful when you do speak about your goals, and just be mindful about it, because if you already know such and such is already on like a whole negative level, don't associate yourself with them. Don't speak about your goals with them, and work on what you got to do to move you out of that environment so you can go ahead and proceed to be proceed to be successful in life.
And don't let one train stop your show. You know what I mean? If it's something that you're determined to do, you move forward. You march forward regardless. You know what I mean? You don't wait on others. Don't let anyone else stop you and be your holdup, because I'm trying.
Oh, she about to go in.
You seen that, right?
Yeah,
just keep
so
it moving. You keep it moving. You don't let one monkey stop your show. You don't let one train stop your show. You continue to go. Because regardless, with or without them, you still want to blow.
100%. So without further ado, I appreciate y'all listening today to the Growth Unscripted podcast. If y'all loved it and you want to hear more, make sure to follow us. Make sure that as well to give us a nice star rating as well. 5 stars would be much appreciated. Yes. And also, if you have any questions or anything, definitely feel free to I can't talk today. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to DM us at growthunscripted.podcast on Instagram. Make sure to like and follow as well. And then also, if you want us to talk about a certain topic on next episode, definitely DM us so that way we'll make sure to talk about it next time, okay? Without further ado, y'all stay growthed up, be blessed, and we'll see y'all on the next one.
Bye-bye.
Peace.